Hey guys, we have TSM versus Optic. Oh man, TSM has not been the greatest recently, but Optic's also been up and down, so this was a very interesting game. I think a huge problem with NA teams right now is consistency. Like consistency and able to execute the game plan they have in mind. It's just so terrible. Just the degree of execution that's coming out from NA teams is what's holding us back, and you can kind of see it this game. Let's see it. Alright, Sona ban, people don't want to play versus Sona. I mean, what can we say? Olaf ban, a really strong early game jungler that Meteos plays. Very understandable as a ban. TF ban, a little interesting because for me, Optic is way better of a TF team than TSM is. So I'm surprised that Optic banned TF instead of TSM. And Sejuani looks like TSM just targeting Meteos. Olaf, Sejuani, these are all just really good junglers that Meteos plays right now. I would say the core of Optic is like great laning from Crown, followed up by just Meteos being in the right places and making the right plays. Karma ban a little bit weird. That means they're not willing to first pick Karma. What are the first picks that are up right now? Like Yumi. What else is up as a first pick? Karma, Yumi. There aren't a lot of first picks up, so I'm surprised they banned Karma. What does Optic want to first pick? Yumi. Okay, Yumi is banned. Optic has no first pick now. What are you first picking? Aatrox? Lux. Ooh, Lux first pick is interesting. Now, Lux first pick is very interesting because now you're vulnerable to enemy team just taking Jarvan, enemy team taking Jarvan Aatrox. People still play stuff like Kenshin to Lux. Yeah, Kenshin to Lux. Jarvan. Take the Jarvan. Acadian Hud. Yeah, there we go. I think this probably was best served as Aatrox Jarvan. Because, I mean, you don't need to take the Kench. I don't think Optic would have taken the Kench. And even if Optic takes Kench, there's stuff that TSM could have played with it. They could have just played Braum. That's another solution. And that would mean Lux is mid lane also. Sylas into Jarvan actually not the greatest. It's much better when it's Sylas into Seju. Sylas is still strong as a champion, but this isn't the most ideal Sylas situation, I would say. Ezreal. Remember what we talked about? When a team takes Jarvan, it's really hard to play Zaya or Sivir. Ezreal goes nicely with Lux anyways. I think the other thing they probably would have looked for is Kate Lux, but also Ezreal here is really nice because you're versus to Jarvan, and you also get to take away Ezreal from Zeben. Ezreal Kench, really common TSM bot lane. Sivir. Okay. Sivir Kench into Lux. Gonna be a lot about wave control. And Sivir feels so good into Ezreal. Yeah, this Ezreal pick, I'm gonna question it a little bit. Let's see more of it. Kiana ban. Whenever you have a Kench, it's the same thing. Play to mid and top. So TSM really sticking with the identity of we're a solo lane based team. Our bot lane is going to be independent. Azir just a good blind pick that can come out on 4 and help TSM blind pick on 5. Or a counter pick on 5, excuse me. I would like to see... Ooh, Irelia ban. Dokla Irelia, not scary at all. Irelia Sylas mid lane, also not that scary. I feel like this Irelia Kiana ban is just targeted directly at Crown. I don't expect Dokla to play any of those. What do you take care? Akali, okay. Just Blind Quirky. Blind Quirky, 5th pick. Blind Quirky, 5th pick top. Mordekaiser early. No. Blind Quirky. There you go. Quirky Azir, the best 2 blinds in the meta. When one's gone, teams almost immediately take the other one. Vladimir into multiple AD carries, a really common pick pattern. I wouldn't say a really strong pick pattern, just a really common one. Victor Aatrox. So Victor is more of crown specialty. I wouldn't say Victor is a wave clear control mage. Once you get the first base, then you're set. But depending on how you get the first base, the champion changes a lot. So you have to be really confident that you can play out your early game well and get that 1/250 gold for your first upgrade. Aatrox top. Aatrox. Camille, a common pick that Broken Blade likes into it. Rumble into Aatrox. This comp screams, I want a team fight. You have a Jarvan, you have a Rumble. That's a very old school combo. Jarvan Rumble, ult together, melt the back line. There's a lot of immobile backline and Victor and Lux. Looks like that's what they're trying to target. Corki just adds on nicely, peppers and damage. Sivir with the good ultimate. They have really... TSM comp is a really simple, perfect for NA, press one button, let's fucking go kind of comp. On the other hand, for Optic is still also a teamfight comp, but it is a little bit harder to execute. Their engages aren't as defined. They have poke, they have range with Ezreal, with Victor, but TSM's engage is just very like press the button and go. Corki package, Jarvan ult, Rumble ult, like all these long range engages with Sivir ult. I actually love TSM draft way more so than Optics. TSM draft is very easy to execute and strong in teamfight, and Optic and TSM both want to be doing the same thing. They both want a teamfight. Even though they have an Aatrox, I don't think Optic's win condition is going to come from Aatrox split pushing. That's just not how Optic plays. That's not how they utilize Dokla. It is going to come down to teamfight. And when you just look at both comps and try to figure out who's better in teamfight and whose comp is easier to execute in a teamfight, I think almost all of us have to agree TSM's comp is much easier to execute in a teamfight. I mean, regardless of TSM not playing out the comp well, you have to, like, I don't get it why people don't think TSM's comp is way better in teamfight. Like, just fucking look, it's a Sivir Jarvan Rumble. It's so easy to execute. Now, whether they execute is a different question, but in just terms of draft and the idea behind both drafts, like both drafts want a teamfight, and TSM's comp is much better at that. Klepto Corki, feeling like Victor won't be able to kill him, so he just wants to farm the Victor. Oof. Very common jungle pathing. Red into blue into sometimes hopping the dragon wall, boink, and then ganking bottom, or hopping the dragon wall, ganking mid lane, or just going through mid, or just going through river, ganking the bot. Very common Jarvan pathing right now. Or even red to all the way bottom. Looks like TSM has the wave all the way pushed in. They also had a ward here to check for Sylas in case he was bot side, so they didn't attempt the bot lane gank. Acadian just doing full jungle clear instead. Why? Sven, why? Fucking Christ. Oh, stop dying in Kench lanes. Are you? Why? What the fuck? That's the second fucking time you idiots died in Kench lanes. Why TSM bot lane? Why are we dying in Kench lanes, guys? The whole point of picking Tom Kench lane is you're independent. People don't need to help you. You fuckers. Motherfuckers. Holy shit, maybe Rogue is better. Also, he TP'd and he has call and he's half HP on almost no mana. Once Ezreal TP's back, okay, he has to take the rethought here. If he, like, holy fuck, he's so lucky he got to push in the wave all the way. If he didn't get to push in the wave all the way and he's stuck in lane and Ezreal TP's back, the game would have been over. But TSM bot lane in just god awful situation right now. Dude, last game he backed and his first item was tier. This game he backed, now his first item is fucking call. It's call with longsword. Oh my god. Like, whenever you die and like you're backing or you're coming back with these kind of items, like, it leaves you in such a shitty spot. You just don't have control over the game anymore. Like, it's not even just the first that's the problem. Like for the next 5 minutes until Zben backs, his items are just so shitty compared to the Ezreal, so he can't get control in lane anymore. Remember when Zben played Ezreal, he first backed for a tier, but now Arrow's getting a Sheen instead of a tier. Like he's actually relevant in lane and he can actually fight. Also, Crown able to get the nice buy where you get the double pink ward and you get the upgraded item. Victor made it through the hard part of the lane already. Ugh. Why these first deaths from TSM bot lane is so bad is, I mean, of course, dying itself is bad, but after they die, they just lose so much control on the lane as like a Tahm Kench lane where you shouldn't. It's just so fucking punishing to be in this situation. My god, it's frustrating. What they're asking out of you guys is so little. Don't die in the fucking Kench lanes, and they're dying every single time in the Kench lanes. Like, don't die, be independent. You're a Kench lane. That's what people are asking. Nice gank, burned both flashes. Arrow, I'm not sure why he's up here. Is he gonna get turret plating? Nope. Your Lux is backing. If your Lux is backing and you have no chance to get turret plating, what should you be doing as a fucking AD carry? You should be also backing. Like, what are you doing, dog? This is just god-awful positioning from Arrow. Like, this is Arrow straight trolling and he got bit killed. It's literally just straight trolling. Your support is backing, you have nothing to do at turret, and you're fucking trying to push up, like, doing god knows what. It's just the risk versus reward for playing for that plating when they don't know where jungler can be. It's just so fucking bad. Watch Team Liquid bot lane. If you guys want to see good wave control and good bot lanes in NA, TL does the bot lane wave control thing so well. TL almost never hits turret plating unless Xmithy's there behind them. Like, all they do is just keep wave controlling over and over again, so they're never in a position where they're trying to play for turret place in a dangerous spot. All, like, they wave control, they work with their jungler, and it separates them so much for the rest of NA. Like, TL is one of the only bot lanes that's actually playing well right now. It's hilarious how there's like no good bot laners. I actually cannot think of a good bot lane other than TL right now. Oh man, this was such an overcommit. I hate how TSM's playing this. So they're consulting here with Jarvan. They're also Rumble TPing on top of this. Smoothie getting caught by the bind here. Smoothie dies. This is like 4 versus 2 coming out on a 1-for-1 trade, and they're gonna lose so much topside. Oh, TSM feels so desperate here. It just feels so desperate, like making plays like that. What are the strengths of a Rumble Jarvan comp? Rumble Jarvan Corki comp, you know what the strengths are? When Corki has package and Rumble comes down, like Rumble, Jarvan, Corki, those trio is unbeatable in team fights. That's the core strength of Rumble, Jarvan, Corki. Like, you're unbeatable in team fights when you have your ultimate up, when you have your package up. Like, the thing that costs you is whenever you're coming down for Dragon, you're gonna lose turret plating top. So it's really important you save your teleport. Why didn't they save Broken Blade's teleport for a Dragon play? Why is he TPing on top of a gank? Also, this fucking stopwatch. This is just so, like, I don't understand this play. What's the point of this? You get a kill. Even when you get a kill, I feel like this isn't that worth. You have a Rumble, a Corki, like, play according to your strengths. Take the big team fights. Do what your comp is good at. Group up and take big team fights. Oh my god, this is just so awful. Ezreal has Gauntlet now, so he's gonna have control of bot side. Ezreal Lux with Ezreal having Gauntlet means control. Man, what is going on here? So Meteos pops over to get the ward. Or not Meteos, Acadian pops over to get the ward. Broken Blade trying to farm, but Meteos lands his ultimate that he stole from him earlier. And then going for the kill, able to get the kill. Oh, they're just not utilizing what makes their comp good. Okay, so they burned Flash on Crown. One thing I really want to see now is Rumble pushing and roaming down to mid lane. Or Kench ulting onto mid lane. Or J4 re-ganking mid lane. Like, Victor without Flash means make a fucking play mid side. Next thing I would love to see from TSM, get good resets and make a play on mid side and then play for Dragon or Herald. As we talked about, Ezreal now has Gauntlet, so Ezreal's gonna have control over bot side along with Lux. TSM able, or not TSM, Optic able to get Dragon off of TSM backing. TSM's next play has to come from mid lane. They have to get something on the Victor and then play for Herald after. I don't want to see them make a play through top side. I don't want to see them make a play through bot side. Please make the play through mid lane. I fucking beg you. Acadian's next ult, it has to go mid lane. Please. Okay, they're getting control. They're getting ready for Herald. Nice. Zben almost out of mana. Chunked all the way. Burned the Tom Kench ult. Getting control top side. We have TSM has river control now. Their target should be Victor. Ah, Rumble too far. Can't TP on this. Group, go on the Victor. Crown's doing a really good job of staying in good defensive formations. Optic took the vision back. Just look at the last 2 minutes and look at how vision happened. So, Zben stayed, watch this. So TSM's trying to get vision mid here. They never sweep the ward front of the Herald. Instead, they went top side. So they still never got rid of this ward front of Herald. They placed the pink here. They're never able to, like, they're just... Oh, their coordination with Zben in terms of, like, pushing out the lane and being grouped together is so bad. So they try to get vision. They have to help Zben push. They regroup. Optic slowly clearing out their vision. They can't engage on Optic because Broken Blade isn't there. Broken Blade isn't there. They gave up the pink ward they had there. Ezreal back on top side. He was able to swap. Now he pushes out. And they lose all vision on Herald. Like, the timings that TSM is getting vision, when they're getting vision there and they want to do Herald, it has to be coordinated with Rumble. But they're not doing it in a manner where it's coordinated with Rumble. So they can't even hard engage. So watch here. Let's relook at the situation. Rumble's bottom against Ezreal, right? Now TSM's trying to get vision. And Rumble's sitting here. Why is Rumble sitting here all the way behind? Because he can't poke out the Ezreal. And he's not trying to TP. So he goes around. He pushes the Ezreal out. And then he's getting bot wave. As he's getting bot wave, now TSM's trying to be deeper with it. So Rumble's pushing. TSM should wait, sit in waves and push. Wait for Rumble to group. Wait for Rumble to group and keep pushing and threatening. But they're already grouped. Rumble's doing other stuff. And then they're trying to force without Rumble. It's just everything is so jumbled. Like, do it together with Rumble. Like, push together. Everyone in your lanes and push. And then group together. When things are like segregated one by one, it makes it so you fuck your tempo completely. And now they just gave up entirety of vision to Optic, and Optic's back in lanes that they like again. Ezreal versus Sivir can push in. Aatrox versus Rumble. TSM had a chance to get control of the map when it was Rumble versus Ezreal, and they could start controlling around Herald. But Zben pushing by himself, forcing the Kench ult, and then placing down vision before Rumble was grouped, then using Trinket before Rumble was grouped. Fuck so many things for TSM. Mid game for TSM's god awful. Rumble gets to push on Eds. Rumble loses to Aatrox. That's just this. That's a simple way of putting it. Rumble lose to Ezreal. Rumble beat Ezreal. Rumble lose to Aatrox. So when Rumble's beating Ezreal, when it's Rumble versus Ezreal, good for TSM. Whoa. Oh, and also Crown got its flash up. After TSM burned Crown's flash, they did nothing for such a long time where Crown got his flashback up. I love the coordination here. Fucking beautiful. Just watch this. Sitting outside of vision. No one knows you're here. Acadian goes in. Misses the E flash on Crown. Misses the E flash. People TPing in. Sivir TPing in right in the middle of them. Kench ulted behind them. Kench in a shitty spot. Rumble finally here. Jarvan nowhere in a position to go in. Jarvan and Rumble ult not coordinated together. Nothing happening for both teams. Just a lot of TPs went down and nothing happening for both teams. TSM pushed off of mid. Optic able to take free Inferno. They use Herald. Herald gets to crash in on mid. TSM has like burst of where they're strong. Like they're strong when they're together. Jarvan has flash, Corki has package, Rumble has ult. Like they're strong when they're together and they can just use everything. But when you're uncoordinated, like Optic able to take drag. Optic isn't playing. I don't think Optic's like playing out of their mind this game. Optic's just like chilling, watching TSM do dumb stuff. They're like, oh, you fucked up here. We're gonna take the dragon. Oh, you fucked up here. We're gonna take entirety of vision on Herald. Oh, you fucked up here. We're gonna take Herald. Oh, you fucked up here. We're gonna take mid turret. Like Optic isn't being very proactive, and they don't even feel the need to be. TSM's just like fumbling on themselves. Like Crown's just like watching Acadian EQ flash miss, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?" Bye. And smacks him down and just fuck. Jesus. Optic's just picking up stuff after TSM fumbles. A lot of time TSM has priority and opportunity to do stuff, and they're not taking full advantage of it. Optic punished every misplay, not being proactive. That's being reactive. You're reacting to the misplay. Proactiveness is when you're forcing stuff onto people and you're forcing them to make mistakes. I'm not saying Optic's playing bad, but it is definitely a fact they're playing reactive to what's happening with TSM. Now Optic has control on mid. They have control in side lanes because of Aatrox. I said Optic wasn't going to utilize Aatrox to side lane and split push, but they're actually utilizing it to split push pretty decently. They're constantly shoving in Rumble, buying time to group up. That engage from Meteos there was so nice. Oh my god. Optic, this is proactiveness. Remember what we talked about reactiveness? Now this is your proactiveness. Yokla pushed up bottom, has priority, grouping up mid side, jumping in. Meteos has the Jarvan ult stolen, ulting in, buying time, dodging EQ with stopwatch. Dokla coming in, finishing off Zben, finishing off Acadian. Now that's proactiveness. You have priority from side lane, group up mid, and actually get engages. And TSM just isn't a top tier team right now. Like you can't get by. Like the way Optic is playing, like this reactive playstyle to watching people make mistakes and giving people opportunities to abuse you isn't a great way to play. But it works great when the other team sucks, and TSM just sucks. This game's over. TSM can't beat them in team fights. Even though we talked about TSM having a team fight comp, but now it's just outscaled to a point where TSM can't beat them in team fights. Wow. Game is so fucked. 2 inhibs down. Sivir no infinity edge yet. Aatrox destroys Rumble in side lanes. The game is just fucked. Game is just absolutely fucking fucked. Absolutely fucking fucked. God damn. Rumble finish Morello, call LS. Damn. Oh my, this game was very sobering to watch. But I still believe. I mean, the 2 games I saw from TSM this week were god fucking awful, but I still believe. I believe they can improve. I believe their playstyle is clear. Just play to the solo lanes, and Zven just fucking stop dying in like Tom Kench lanes. Like Zven Smoothie, like nobody should ever be dying in Tom Kench lanes. That was arrow trolling. And even with arrow trolling, like, yeah, just Dokla, what can we say? When you get the best top laner in LCS this fed, the game's over. Wow, the Victor pick was also really clean from Crown too. There was a lot of points where he should have been pressured, and he never really got pressured. Yikes. 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 Wow. Well, god damn, that was an awful game from TSM. They had a comp where their goals were really clear on what they wanted to do, team fight around big cooldowns, and they didn't do any of that. And even when they were trying to coordinate stuff, things were so off. Their timers on how they wanted to do things was just so out of sync. I've never seen... I just didn't expect TSM to be in this position this late into summer. It's week 7 in summer and they still don't have their shit together. They still don't have their style together. Their execution level is so low. And Optic is a good team, but Optic is a team that a team like TSM should be able to beat with the players they have, and their just performance is not up to par. Really disappointing to see TSM play like this.